this go.
So I just rolled out of bed. My eyes look real puffy and real tired right now. And I'm about to put a full face of makeup on. So I want to do something that I've seen online going around for quite some time. And it's like the Pamela Anderson inspired makeup look. Reminds me of the 90s. I think it's just such a iconic, sexy, kind of messy look. Look like I have a real big forehead. So for this look, it's gonna be a very matte look. My skin is a little bit dry right now, so I'm gonna make sure I moisturize really well, just so our foundation doesn't look dry and cakey. I'm just going in once again with my trusty Cetaphil Rich Hydrating Cream. Oh my god, don't look at these crusty nails, I'm sorry. Next color is green though. You already know, girl, St. Patty's Day is around the corner. This is kind of what I want to be going for. I want to do something that's easy to recreate. I know she's known for her really dark black smoky eyes, but sometimes black smoky eyes can really intimidate people. It can be difficult to work with. I want all y'all to be able to do this. So I'm going to start off with my eyebrows. I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Brow Lift Clear Brow Gel. So I'm just going to let the brows set and I'll come back to it later. Pam does have really skinny eyebrows. I am not going to plug my eyebrows. I'm just going to say that right now. I don't need them to be more sparse than this. Pam is pretty tan and I'm very fair right now, so I'm gonna try and warm up my skin a little bit. I'm gonna first go in with my L'Oreal Lumi Glotion in the shade Deep Glow, and on my little dual fiber brush I'm just gonna place that on my forehead and on my cheeks. I'm gonna go in with another cream bronzer. This one's by e.l.f. It's their Putty bronzer. It's pretty used. This is actually pretty good. It's not expensive and it's good. And I'll also take that on my dual fiber brush. I'm gonna place that in the forehead and also in my cheeks as well. And I'm gonna build up this product because, like I said, she's pretty tan, so I want to warm up my skin a pretty good amount right now. And I'm just bringing it down a little bit. I'm only doing this because I'm pretty fair and I kind of want my face and my neck to match. Oh god. I'm now gonna go in with a little bit of blush. This one's by Flower Beauty. It's in the shade Cinnamon. It's also like a tan blush. So I'm just gonna also place this on the upper part of my cheek. Now, since she is pretty chiseled, I do want to contour slightly. I'm gonna go in with my Smashbox contour stick on a flat brush. Just gonna grab some color and deposit it here on my cheek and also on my jaw. If you think we look a little crazy, we do, but don't worry, this is why we're doing all this stuff first, because once you put on the foundation, everything on top, everything looks very seamless. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and blend with this brush. I'm just gonna really press it into my skin. I don't wanna blend it in too much, so just a few taps, because again, this is gonna get covered with foundation, so I don't wanna take away too much of the product. I have to do a little bit of contour on the eyes because she always has like a very feline cat eye look. I'm gonna put a little bit of contour here in the outer part of my eyes and just blend it in. I do want to further contour my eyes, so I'm going in with my same contour stick and now an eyeshadow brush. This one's from Wet n Wild. It's good for cream products, and I'm going to continue building up my contour in my eye. So here in the outer part of my crease and on the inner part of my eye as well. This just helps create some definition in the eye so you don't have to work with so many eyeshadows later. I'm also going to take it underneath my eye as well. Okay, so now so I don't feel so crazy, I do want to go in with a little bit of my Bobbi Brown under eye corrector, just because I have all this contour on my face and I look absolutely insane. It's like a peachy shade, so the point of this is to help correct like the darkness under your eyes. And with this, you see I kind of clean up my contour slightly. Now I feel like that helped and it makes me look a little more alive. So now I can move on to the eyes. I'm just taking my Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette and I'm gonna use the lightest gray shade, which is this one right here. Taking that on a fluffy brush, and I'm basically just gonna place this color in the areas that we put the cream contour in. So in the crease, the outer corner, inner corner, and under my lash line as well. So once I'm pretty happy with how that base light gray shadow looks, I'm gonna move into a deeper shade. I'm gonna use this gray color right here from the palette. I'm gonna really pack that on my brush and start to really focus this on the outer corner of my eye. So what I'm basically doing is I'm looking straight on into the mirror, and the color, I'm just stamping it right here in the outer corner and slightly lifting it up. With a clean blending brush, just gonna wipe a little bit of it away and start to kind of shape it. I'm gonna take that same shade and take it on the lower lash line. Now with a smaller blending brush, I'm using my Morphe M433 brush. I'm gonna go in with my deepest gray shade, which is this color right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slowly build up this color, basically just stamping it here in the outer corner of my eye in a little bit of a V shape. I'm going back and forth in the motion of a V shape. And once I have the color placed where I want, I go back in with my clean blending brush with no product on it, and I just wipe away at the top any excess, and I just continue to emphasize this feline V shape on the outer corner of my eye. I'm gonna place that same color also on the bottom lash line. Now for the lids of the eyes, a lot of her looks have a very shimmery silvery color, so I just want to go in with this silver. It's from Makeup Forever. I have it from a palette. Any silver eyeshadow will do. I'm just gonna first start applying that with my finger, and then I'm gonna be more precise with my brush. All right, so once we have our silver down, now it's time for the fun part, the eyeliner. I'm gonna use one from MAC. It's in the shade Feline. This is a grayish black shade, so it's still pretty dark. I'm just gonna line my bottom lash line and my top with this, and then using a pencil brush, this one's by MAC, I'm gonna smudge my lower lash line. So with the same pencil, I'm also gonna take a little bit of this Khol pencil on the outer corner of my eye, and I'm also just gonna smudge that with the same pencil brush. And you're basically just connecting the top and the bottom liner. Just to further define the top lash line, I want to take the same Naked Basics palette, and I want to go in with their deepest shade. It's their black, but it's not a super jet black. It's like kind of like a muted black. I'm going to take a little bit of that on my same pencil brush and further define the outer corner of the eye. She always kind of has this dirty look, which is kind of hot. Like, I mean, I don't know why, like super perfect makeup, it's nice, but sometimes the dirty, smudgy, grungy makeup, girl, I'm a big fan of that. It looks so rocker, so edgy. So I'm pretty happy with the eyeshadow right now. I'm gonna move on to eyebrows. I'm gonna be using my Benefit Brow Zing eyebrow powder. Looks like this. So this has a gel side and a powder side. I'm gonna start with the gel first. I'm gonna take it on a little bit of an angled brush, and I'm gonna start to define my brows. And now I'm just gonna use the other side, which is the powder, and fill in a few of the sparse areas that I have. I already have not full eyebrows, but I have somewhat of full eyebrows, and they're pretty bushy and pretty hairy, so I don't want to overfill them and have them look too dark, because the eyes are already so intense. That's why she has such skinny eyebrows, you know, because they don't take away from the eyes. I don't want to glue down my eyebrows and hide them and try and paint them over like drag queens. I want to have my natural eyebrows on. You don't want your eyebrows and your eyes to be like super overpowering. One or the other, pick one. All right, so we're finally ready to move on to some complexion. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of concealer. I'm using this one from Makeup Forever. It's their Ultra HD Concealer. This is in the shade R32. I'm using this one because the shade of it is a little bit darker than my skin tone. It's gonna cover up any darkness pretty well, and it's very thin. I would say it's like a medium coverage concealer. So I'm taking a little bit on the back of my hands, and I'm using a flat brush, and I'm gonna apply that in the hollows of my eyes, because your girl looks tired today. Oh my god, the ojera are not playing. I'm also gonna take it on other areas of my face that I feel like could use a little bit of evening the skin tone, just a little bit on the forehead. And now I'm just gonna press that in with my brush. Okay, so now I'm gonna use a little bit of a more heavy-duty concealer. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer. This is a lighter shade, so I'm gonna place this on the inner part of my eye and the outer parts. A little bit goes a long way, so I'm gonna start to blend this out. Looks like this. So now I'm gonna go in with foundation. I'm using the Too Faced Peach Perfect Matte Foundation. This is a great one, at least for me, since I have really oily skin. This one lasts me almost all day, I would say. It's very long wearing. I'm just gonna take a pump of this, and with my brush, start applying it on my face. I'm gonna also work this down a little bit. Now that I've pretty much placed this all over the face, I'm gonna go ahead and press it in with my sponge. Now it's time to powder. I'm going in with my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I'm just gonna press my sponge into the powder and really press it in under my eyes. I'm gonna make sure I lock that in. And also, we want this look to be very matte. In the 90s, there was no shininess, no highlighters, no nothing. It was very matte. So, and then whatever's left over on the sponge with the powder, I'm just gonna press it across the rest of my face. Now I feel like Miss Pam is looking pretty chiseled, so I just want to contour a little bit further my cheekbones. I'm using my Anastasia contour kit, and I'm going to use this shade right here with a little contour brush. This one's from Sephora. I'm going to swirl it in there. I'm going to start to just sculpt slightly here. I really want to sculpt this jaw, girl, because, I mean, you see this? Girl. I'm gonna take a little bit of bronzer. I'm using this old Givenchy bronzer that I have. Any bronzer will do with a big fluffy brush, and you're just gonna put that pretty much all over the perimeter of your face. Now bronzer, I will say I always do like to blend it on my neck. That definitely makes your face and body match. I'm just gonna take my same contour shade from Anastasia, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It's like a warm bronzy shade. I'm gonna put a little bit of that on my cheeks right here and use that as my blush. I'm just keeping this pretty high up on my face. Wait, it's now getting a little hot in this house. I'm starting to feel the sweat. Oh, my grandma probably turned off the AC, of course. Back to the eyes, I want to put on some mascara to finish them off. She definitely has false lashes on, but I don't want to put false lashes on. Honestly, they're just a pain. I don't know if you've worn them before, but every time I wear them, I feel like I have feathers on my eyeballs, and I see them and they tickle. They're just annoying. So I'm good with just some mascara. I'm gonna put mascara just on the outer corners of my lashes. So now moving on to lips, I'm gonna use my MAC lip liner in the shade Oak. I want to go in with a little bit of a lipstick. I'm going in with this one by L'Oreal. It's in the shade Fairest to Nude. This one's a little bit pinky. I'm just gonna tap it in the center. I have this one that's from Makeup Forever. That's in the shade C104. It's just a peachy shade. Any peachy shade will do. I'm gonna do the same thing. All right, you guys, so what do we think? This is the completed look of my 90s inspired Pamela Anderson era vibes makeup look. I'm so obsessed with how this turned out. Are you kidding me? I'm like, who is she? I feel like my alter ego right now. Excuse me. Loving the matte skin, the eyes. Girl, I feel like anybody can recreate this, so please give it a try. Let me know how it goes. Let me know what you think about it. And now, I don't know what I'm gonna do today, but I better go somewhere because I feel like I'm ready to go, girl. Babe, now I'm talking to you. Where are we going? Where are we going today? We gotta do something. We gotta at least go do groceries. Only you can see what I see in the mirror. What I'm not feeling is this hair. My hair is an absolute mess. And I have something in my eyeball again. What am I even doing here? No, and now I'm sweating again. That's my grandma with the air. What am I doing? I need to go. Oh shoot, I have 1% in my phone. Okay, espérate. Oh, okay, that worked.
Disco.